time to waste. We must join our brethren in battle.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be Bisu versus Speed or Sexy here on Eclipse. Top right. Going to be our blue Terran. It is 10-minute flash / speed / sexy. We're going to call him Speed today. And in the bottom left, we've got ourselves Bisu, who is our red Protoss. RJB sent to me this directly through Discord, saying I need to cast it. He says, what professional player does this build order in a professional game against another pro? He was so flabbergasted by this. So, is this going to be a cannon rush here from Bisu? This is a pretty early probe on this two-player map for scouting. Okay, so coming up the ramp and not scouting. Mr. Probe, what are you up to here today? And it's going to be a proxy of some kind, but cannon rushes have the forge back in the main base, so is it going to be a proxy gateway? All right, man, dude, Speed has no idea this is happening either. He's just, like, completely in the dark. He can't even see his ramp from where he is over here. So the probe comes in the complete darkness, sits over here in complete darkness, and guess what he's doing? Guess what's up? It's a gateway because there's nothing else to do here. Okay, this is like lower-level shenanigans stuff. This is like builds you don't see from the pros. So it's absolutely... yeah, it's flabbergasting that Bisu's doing this to Speed here. It's just, he's not showing any respect to him at all. We see this during my Sunday stream sometimes, which if you're missing those, oh, he does check it now at 154. Little late. This gateway is already coming up. Run it. Are we gonna try to take this gateway down? I forget how good fighters SCVs are sometimes, with their little fusion cutters doing 5 damage per hit. Look at this. The shields take full damage for everything, so that's 5 damage per hit. And then a little bit slower here on the HP, but can this Zealot get out of here before the gateway? Yeah, absolutely. That gateway's going to come out, or the Zealot's going to come out. Bam. Zealot number 1 is here. Bob has arrived. And, can't save his gateway, but the second gateway, I don't know if the SCVs are going to be able to kill that one with Bob hacking at him the whole time. There's a Marine popping out. Okay, now again, Marines really suck against Zealots, but they have range, and they can run away from them. So it takes 47 hits from a Marine to kill a Zealot. Good. Ooh, surround on that Zealot, attacking him, and okay, that was good. And the Marine attack killed that thing pretty quickly. Can they get another surround on this one? Nope, not a surround. You're trapped in here with me. Oh, he hopped in the bunker. Smart play there by Speed. This is nuts. Yeah, like I said, this is something we see during my Sunday streams. If you're not part of those, you should check them out. They're very fun. We get a lot of fun replays in there from people. You know, we get pros in there sometimes, but a lot of the times it's not pros, but they do stuff like this. It's like, you're just going to put up 2 gateways inside the Terran base. No big deal. And again, Marines, 18-shot Zealots. Zealots about 2-shot Marines, but the range makes the difference there. That Zealot goes down. It's 14 to 14 workers. But continuing to pump Zealots here and back home. A cybernetic score is on the way, and some gas is being obviously some gas is being taken. You don't get a cyber core without any gas. What's the point there exactly? I don't know. Can Speed hold this and stabilize and maybe set up some kind of a killer counterattack? He's getting gas now. He really wants a factory out. Getting a Vulture up would really shut this down pretty effectively. Again, in the hands of a good micro player, which Speed is. Speed can handle it. Oh, you're hiding up here, are you? Are you, guy? You're not Bob. You're another Zealot, but okay. I mean, it could take you a while to kill a refinery, but I guess if that's what you want to hit, that's cool. It is a Dragoon. Dragoon coming in. Oh, Dragoon's got that range. That range that is so problematic for the Marines. Marines trade pretty well against Dragoons, but not in like a 1-to-1 ratio. There's not a lot of Marines on the field here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 Marines here. They're trying to kind of wall off and keep the SCVs alive, but I don't know about this. This Dragoon pops out of that gateway. Oh, kills the SCV. Maybe kills the SCV building the factory because it's a lot of shots, but it's not infinite shots. And bam! Factory does not complete construction. Second SCV comes in to complete construction here. Come on. Ah! Again, Dragoon getting shots off, but Marines trade pretty well here. Can speed stabilize. SCVs coming in to body block, allowing the Marines to get free shots off, but the Zealots are ignoring the SCVs. And the target firing is good, and speed taps out. Game one of the sneaky twofer is complete, and Bisu succeeds with his double gateway shenanigans strats. Oh, that was brutal. Dude, Speed's like, I can't believe Bisu did that to me. I feel so disrespected. Yeah. I don't know. Was putting the bunker up a little bit closer to the mineral line? I know, but closer to the mineral line means it's blocking mining access, which sucks. It's tough. Are there some decisions that could have been made here that would have gone better? I don't know. Yeah, he's making a vulture, which would have been fine if it was just Zealots, but not sure two Dragoons showed up, and it's like, oh, never you mind. That's not happening. So, yeah, Marines only, and Bisu's too smart to engage with the bunker directly. Just kind of stays out of range. There's nothing in the bunker right now anyway. And, yeah, this Zealot's got 2 kills. This guy's got 2 kills. This guy's got 2 kills. This guy's got 2 kills. Everything okay, everyone has 2 kills, but this guy over here, who just joined the party, he's, hasn't been around very long. So, dude, game 1, Bisu. You little monster. RJB, thanks for sending that in. That was a ton of fun. 5,900 points to 7,700 points in favor of Bisu. 11-3 kill death ratio and resources outspending speed here. A lot for a 5-minute game. So that's game 1. Game 2 is going to be another Bisu PvT. So stick around if you're a Bisu PvT fan, which you probably are because you clicked on this. And let's see what we get. Hey there, game 2 is here on Overwatch. Top left going to be Bisu, bottom right going to be Ample. So yellow versus teal versus orange. I know which one I prefer. This is ground 0, bottom right again Ample, top left Bisu. I think the last time I cast a game on this map, it was Flash versus Free as part of a best of 5 series. The final battle was right here. So it's a giant 4-player map here. We've got spawns at the corners. We've got a full expansion here with a narrow ramp leading up at the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock spots, and minerals only expansions at the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock spots. This kind of reminds me of Match Point, right? This is a nice tank spot to shell opposing expansions. Little narrow opening here to get in there, and lots of Kakaru flying around. Kakaru! Kakaru! Can I not click you guys? Oh, not click. Wait. I think there was something weird. Like if I've got the whole map revealed, I can't click on them, but if I have one player's vision, I can. I don't know. Anyway, no one's going for proxies here. Nobody's scouting super early, trying to figure anything out here whatsoever. So, it's PvT stuff. You guys know the drill here. You know the rest. I don't have to say the whole recipe again, do I? Out-expand your opponent. If you're Protoss, get a ton of tanks up. If you're Terran, that's in a nutshell how this works. Those are probably the 2 most important things to remember. There's other little tiny steps in there too, but you know the drill. So, tell you what. Oh, hold on. This is gateway late. Bisu. Bisu. Oh, this is not late. This is expansion timing. Yeah, Bisu's not good. He's not gonna be late on his first gateway. No sirree, Bob. He's gonna go Nexus first. Oh yeah. Dude, Bisu, you monster. Okay, cool. So Nexus firsting it here. On a giant 4-player map, it's risky. Terrans that scout it can just come up here, throw down a bunker, get some Marines in there, and really ruin the Protoss' day. It's like 99% chance they will kill this Nexus and really set the Protoss back. But you gotta scout it, and you gotta prepare for it, and you gotta make some Marines first. And it's too big. This map is way too big. He's scouting, but I mean, unless you cross-spawn scout first, you're not gonna scout this in time. So I think Ample's in trouble. Anyway, what else is going on? The Last of Us. The Last of Us HBO series, y'all. I was nervous about it. I'm really nervous as the expansion comes up for Ample, which means Bunker and Dragoons later. I was nervous for it because video game adaptations to TV do not work. Look at Halo recently. Look at The Witcher, which kind of started off on a good note and it's kind of fallen apart over the last couple seasons. Makes me sad. But man, first episode of The Last of Us aired on HBO on Sunday, and so good. So good. It combines a respect for the source material, and it's doing certain things in the games. It's using not voice lines, but lines from the games. People say things that are said in the game. The first part, Last of Us Part 1, which wasn't called Part 1 at the time, but it was just Last of Us. But anyway, they've got music from the game. I mean, they've got Neil Druckerman on the writing staff and like executive producing this thing, so he knows Last of Us. He loves Last of Us more than anybody else. You may disagree with what happened in The Last of Us Part 2, and I understand your disagreements. We can talk about that later, but it's him. It's his universe. So getting him on board was big. They brought in the writer from Chernobyl, which might have been the best thing I saw on TV, on movies, anything in 2019. Chernobyl on HBO is one of the greatest TV achievements in the history of anything, in my opinion. You should check that out. But they brought the writer in from that. So it's this solid underpinning. Plus Pedro Pascal's in it. I love Pedro Pascal and everything I've seen him in. Game of Thrones, Narcos, The Mandalorian, he's good, even though he's not asked to do a lot. Anna Torv is in there too. I like Anna Torv quite a bit from Fringe and from Mindhunters, which one of the greatest things, again, Mindhunters was so good too. We've got, who else is in this thing? I think that's it for now. Oh yeah, Bella Ramsey is playing Ellie. And I was like, I don't know. I only saw Bella Ramsey in Game of Thrones, and she was kind of this like badass 10-year-old queen girl. And, like, everyone respected her, and she was just like unreasonably tough for a 10-year-old kid, right? It was kind of a meme character, let's be honest. And she dies. Spoiler alert for Game of Thrones season 8, or maybe 7, but she dies getting picked up by a giant, stabbing it in the eye, killing it, but it killed her because it squeezed her, I guess. Whatever. Her character deserves more. Lady Mormont, I believe, was her name. So she was just this kind of stone-faced, just tough girl, right? And I was like, that's not Ellie. Like, Ellie's not that. Can she do this? And then she can! She can do Ellie. It's great. She's like, she sounds like her. She's got her mannerisms down. She has the attitude of Ellie down, especially at the start of the game. So I'm over the moon at how good it is. So check it out if you want. I understand some people are not into it, but it's this production quality for HBO is fantastic, and everything's good. So I'm happy about that right now. Siege mode's on the way for Mample. Dragoons are here. Singularity charge wrapping up. I told you what would happen, and this is what's happening. PvT like has the most gosh darn predictable opening. Well, that's not true. I mean, it could just go Barracks Factory, and then you don't need this bunker. So it's like two things that can open in PvT. Anyway, third base coming up here at this minerals only kind of 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock-ish position from Bisu. Kind of setting up some pylons here to see if... I don't even know what these are for. Vision for potential drops. That is something we do sometimes see in TVP. Woo-wee. You're alive because you missed shots that go to the high ground in Brood War. Alright, siege mode covering this area, but not the whole thing. Another tank pops out. Two tanks. Oh, they're going to park themselves on this high ground right here. Thought maybe they'd go back here, but nah. And high ground, two tanks. Yeah, that's it. Get out of here. Signal. Bisu accepts the signal, gets out, leaves with some hull damage. Some HP damage on his units, but the shields will regenerate, and everything's A-okay. Okay, so Bisu, doing the thing. Doing the expanding thing, right? Going for obs. Because spider mines are a huge concern. Good scan by Ample, seeing what's up here. Sees, okay, I don't see any attempt to like rush DTs or anything, so let's not go crazy with turrets or anything just yet. We do have comsat stations for scouting and for detection if a DT shows up, but based on that scan, there's really no quick indication we're seeing that. Although a Citadel did get started after the scan, so it could be DTs. Could be an interesting thing to keep an eye on here. Oh, also, the Terry the Overlord shirt is in the store. I've gotten a lot of requests for Terry the Overlord shirts because we all love Terry very much. And there's one available where it says Terry the Overlord with kind of a stylized graphic representing our guy Terry. And then there's one that was requested with no text at all. It's just a picture of Terry the Overlord. So check that out. I mean, we've got other stuff. We've got other shirts out there too. Mugs. There's a Terry the Overlord mug. If you don't want a t-shirt and you want a mug instead, it's available there too. FalconPaladin.store. We will let you purchase merchandise in your local currency, so like you don't have to do it in US dollars, or technically the dude that runs the store for me is Australian, so I think it defaults to Australian dollars, so watch out for that, right? Top right of the webpage, there's a place you can select what currency you're looking at the site in. So select your own currency before you start browsing. Make it easier, and then we'll ship anywhere. We'll ship anywhere on Earth, except for like, I think North Korea. We won't go there. I don't know how many North Koreans are watching this anyway. Do they even have access to YouTube? I'm not sure that they do. And like Mongolia might be something we have trouble with too. Anyway. Anywho. Vulture Spider Mine on the way. We are definitely going Arbiters with these right here. Stargate and Templar Archives warping in simultaneously. This is Arbiter Tribunal next, and bam, there we go. So it's a kind of a 3-4-ish base timing on the Arbiter Tribunal. You can get it out faster, but Bisu's just, you know, macroing up 63 probes here. Ample getting a third base up is always important. 3-basing Terran is infinitely more terrifying than a 2-basing Terran. I can tell you that much. Slow vultures always make me think that my game speed is set incorrectly, because it's like, why? Why are we poking along, Mr. Oh, right. You don't have the upgrade yet. And now I do. Zoom. Zoom. Oh, parked. You're getting lava dripped on your vulture back here, vulture back pilot. Yeah, what do you want? I want you to stop letting lava drop onto your bike there, my guy. Anyway, Spider-Man's getting laid everywhere because that's what Terran players do. And that's why you can't run around willy-nilly on the base without an observer and some Dragoons if you're Protoss. It's just, 'tis the natural order of things. Zealot legs. Neat. Upgrades for tanks coming in. Love to see that as a Terran player. First Arbiter in production. Love to see that too. Gonna get some recall action in this game because recall's good. Reaver drops are on the menu for PvT too. Storm drops are on the menu. But it seems more often than not, especially in recent years. This is I believe a 2019 or 2020 replay that RJB sent me. More than not, it's going to be recalls. Certain maps, like Neo Sylphid, gets Reaver and DT drops a lot in this matchup, like way more than other maps. I don't know what it is. EMP. I love a good EMP from the Terran. Usually not something you're going to skip out on a game that gets past, you know, the 10, 12, 13-minute mark. If it's earlier than that, fine. You probably don't have time to get there. But Vultures try to go for a run by, rebuffed by all of the Dragoons here. And then the Dragoons try to sneak up. Oh, they're just kind of YOLOing, aren't they? Oh, they found a group of Zealots, though. Okay, they're like, yeah, if all the Dragoons are hanging out in the same spot, Spider Mines, get it. Oh, friendly fire. 4 Vultures died to a Spider Mine there. And then he's just like, oh, I've given up on life, Ample says. That hurt. I mean, look, Spider Mines giveth and Spider Mines taketh away. Ooh, look what we got. Little Zealot and a shuttle play here. Stasis getting researched for the Arbiters. 10 Zealots at a time being produced. Bisu expanding down the bottom left side here, too. Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, we're just kind of PvTing it here, aren't we? I kind of like this double row of supply depots down here. This is a bit of a unique SimCity situation, right? Oh, and then he walls it off with another supply depot. So this used to be just a wide open shot, straight lane into the mineral line. But now it's blocked off if any Zealots show up here, right? Right. Okay, here's an engagement. Tanks are sieged up. Other tanks in the back sieging up here too. Here comes Bisu. He's got stasis available. Is he going to throw one down? Does he have energy for a stasis? He could really use one here because he's taking a lot of direct shelling on those Dragoon Zealots are piercing through the Vulture lines, getting right on top of those siege tanks. But these Vultures down to the south getting some work done, reinforcing Vultures coming in too, actually saving the, I was going to say saving the lives of most of those tanks, but a bunch of them died. But Bisu's backing out nevertheless. Bisu's like, yeah, way too many tanks back there, and they've got +1 attack and everything, and we've got +1 attack, but no armor, because armor's not really a priority for Protoss at PvT. Recall now coming in. I was going to say, you don't get Arbiters and Stasis without also researching the Recall. Ah, Zealot unload at the third base. Get out of there. If this was like 4 Lings, you could probably fight them, guys, but not 4 Zealots. These guys are mean. They got +1 attack. They have speed. Just get out of there. Vultures come in to try to save their lives. Okay, got a micro a little bit better than that. Never mind. All right. Ooh, picks them up. Saves every one of those Zealots. One of them is very, very injured. Unloading. Okay, there's Vultures here, and you don't have shuttle speed yet, so that's not great. But we're just going to casually Sunday afternoon drive with Grandma our way, all the way to the natural base. Unload Zealots in there. Wait, oh, never mind. Okay, we're just going to get out of here. That's hilarious. He made it out with the slow shuttle. If the Goliaths had Charon boost, which is on the way, it would have been a different story. All right, recall's done. This Arbiter, are you on a mission? Not yet. You don't have the energy for a recall. So, no, not on a mission yet. But check this. Man, Bisu expanded here. We know that. Probably going to take this one next. That's the logical location to be at. No observers inside Terran's space here. I heard a couple die, so I think Ample's doing a pretty good job keeping observers out of his side of the map and the territory which he controls. Oop, that's another observer, and I see you. That's an arbiter coming in. Did it get scanned? No. Scan, scan, scan. Nope. Okay, so didn't see this arbiter. Trying to get a fourth base. Dragoons are like, no, this neighborhood is not for Terran. Ugh, such speciesism here. Not allowing humans into your HOA. Talk to the law about this. Alright, well, what else do we got here? Just Zealots, Dragoons patrolling around, man. +1 attack still on those guys. I feel like they've been there for a while. 2-1 upgrades for the mech, so better upgrades here for our guy Ample. And yes, Bisu is expanding left side. Bottom left spawn, natural position. Yeah, I think this guy's just waiting for enough. There we go. Now we're timing it. He's coming in. 4, 5, 6, 7. Taking missile. Well, that's a lot of missile turrets. Can he make it into the main base? Sneak in and no! No! He couldn't make it in. It's another Dragoon push into Siege Tank land. 3 Dragoons die. The rest of them retreat. Rejoin up with their friends here. Good grief. Dude, that Arbiter. I think Bisu thought he could get in. But look at these spider mines laid all over the place. Yeah, you wanna recall into my base, Bisu? Prepare to eat spider mines. Alien scum. Let's see, you can be speciesist right back to the Protoss if you're Terran. But let's not introduce more hate into the world. Hate doesn't make the world go round. It slows the world down. Let's be loving and kind to each other. Let's be like Artanis and Jim Raynor, who are totally friends and best buds. They get along with each other despite being entirely different species. I don't see why we can't all do it. Although, again, this constant firing. Oh, Arbiter tries to sneak in again. Catches... Oh, whiffed on the EMP. Man, again, it felt like that was within range of the EMP, but no, it was not. No, it was not. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, 4 basing Terran, better than 3 basing Terran, as we all know. Here comes Bisu diving in. Stasis catching 4 tanks. Very nicely done. I don't know if there's enough Zealots here, though. That Vulture count is still very, very high. Ah, another Stasis. 2 Vultures and 2 tanks being Stasis down there at the bottom side. And I don't know, can Bisu bust through this thing? He's looking at it, but there are still 5, 6 siege tanks up here firing with +2 attack. And once again, Bisu's got to get out of here. Oh, that Dragoon took the wrong way home. I think, yeah, it could have gone this way and escaped, but it was like, we're going to go around and through all this tank fire. Yeah, very dumb. Yeah, I can't click on the Kakaru. Only when I don't have the entire map revealed. What a weird thing. Anyway, Kakaru! Bisu's expanding up here at the 1 o'clock spot. Again, minerals only, so not like super prioritized expansion locations. Ample scouts it. Ample's continuing to shark around. He hasn't really made a move out yet, has he? Bisu setting up that summer homes down in the bottom left in case his main in the top left dies. He's preparing for that eventuality. Protoss are good at that. Really no other, honestly, like no other species in StarCraft is as good at preparing for the destruction of their own main base as Protoss is. Like, I don't know. What is it? Why doesn't Zerg do this? Why doesn't Zerg throw up, like, copies of their tech structures and macro hatches in an expansion somewhere? Because sometimes this is bad. Sometimes they do. This is really bad. Beast is like, nope. Okay. Okay, so we forced a siege out of these tanks. That's always good. Forcing a siege up on your enemy is fantastic. Expanding up here to a 5th is Ample. Yo! Ample. Feeling it. Feeling his oats here today. Coming down, Bisu. Oh, is he trying to gain out? I don't know. He was maybe making a beeline for that 3rd base, but Ample still heading down this way. Could maybe gain access. There's a lot of spider mines there, though. Coming in and... Oh, Ample swings around the outside of this outcropping here and gets his tanks up in position in time to shove away Bisu. That's fantastic. That was really well done. Yeah, good positioning. Again, Terran's a little clunky. I mean, Protoss and Terran are both really clunky with positioning, so let's not say Bisu's having an easy time with these Dragoons either. Zerg's a little bit easier, because Zerg is fast and more nimble. But as Dead Infested is always prone to say, Zerg, with a maxed out army, they run out of hotkeys. Because Lings are so cheap and take up, you know, 2 of them take up 1 supply. So if you've got a Ling Ultra army, you can't actually hotkey your entire army. Super frustrating. So yeah, every species has their disadvantages. Ooh, hallucination. I love a good hallucination in conjunction with Arbiter recalls. Okay, I see you. I see you. High Templar in that shuttle. I guess Storm's been researched. Dude, look at Bisu expanding here too. Ample needs to start doing something. He's been really on the defensive for the entire game. Oh, hallucinated Arbiters. Yes! Yes, hallucinated Arbiters! Production tab says 5 Arbiters in production. It's always hilarious. Dude, EMP those Arbiters. Okay, don't do that. Recall on the main Spider Mines! Wipe out every Dragoon. Zealots? Okay, not really doing a great job surviving, but you know, up on the other side, Ample says, let's go. That recall didn't do anything. Oh, those are hallucinated Arbiters. Never mind. Recall didn't do a whole lot, did it? I think there should be enough to clean it out. And here we go. Ample on the warpath. Bisu does not have enough Dragoons to bust through this many +3, +2 siege tanks. They've got +3 attack, no armor upgrades, working on shields, working on ground armor, but it's not there yet. This is a great position for Ample. He can simultaneously threaten this third base and the natural base at the same time. The main base may be in trouble here too. Can Ample get through? He sends up a couple siege tanks to hold it. There's still, oh my gosh, there's still an Arbiter down here. Get another recall off, or run away, or just get shot in the face until you die. That's an option too. It's always an option, friends. Natural base in a lot of trouble here. Siege tank comes up, starts firing on the pylon. Okay, I guess maybe you want to send vultures in to kill these probes? Or maybe you should be firing on the Nexus. Either way, whatever. Bisu? He's down. 200, 175 supply here. And there's siege tanks threatening this 9 o'clock position too. Zealots and DTs wandering into the mix. And, ooh, where did he scan? He must have scanned because that DT took a direct hit. And there's not a science vessel here. Bisu busting Ample out. What was left at the front door could not kill the natural base and got busted. And then, oh, there's probes killing. There's probes killing this tank. With 3 armor. So the probes are doing like 4 armor with 1 damage per shot on these oh yeah, you can see it. We'll get there eventually, boys, they say. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Unsieged siege tanks retreating from the position. These guys are still getting free hits. I guess that Nexus is dead, so it doesn't matter anymore. No real reason to kill these tanks for the moment. And those, what? The probes that were working at this 11 o'clock went to the 1 o'clock instead. That's a little bit weird. There we go. Now dealing with these siege tanks. Again, entirely unsupported, but look at Ample re-upping here, regrouping, re-maxing out. Coming on in, trying to get a big-time hit off. Is there enough stasis here for this thing? Beautiful storm, though. Love a good storm. Defensive matrix up there, too. Arbiters just kind of providing, I don't know, the cloak, I suppose, but they're not doing much of anything else. Oh, that's a huge siege up of siege tanks. Where are the vultures? Vultures, oh, Goliaths coming from the south. These tanks, oh, actually holding on their own. Look at that giant graveyard of Dragoons there. Reinforcements coming from that south, that summer home. They're coming in trying to deal with it. The Arbiters are taking direct Goliath hits, but actually coming back into battle here as the Goliaths are more focused on Dragoons anyway. It's 139 to 127 supply in favor of Bisu. What a scrap-tastic game this has been. At least for the last couple minutes. It was kind of a macro simulator for a while, but we got there. Oop, siege tanks rolling back into the 9 o'clock spot. Vultures trying, oh, that's what siege tanks setting up, threatening, and Bisu taps out Ample. Whoa, unexpected win there for Ample from where that position, where that was to where we ended up here is a bit unexpected, but, oh, you know what? There's a tank up here firing on this 1 o'clock. I think the 11 o'clock is still a ghost town. This isn't coming up either. And you know what? If every single base of Bisu's is being threatened right now, and he doesn't really have the wherewithal to save them. That might just be it. That might explain the GG there. And, I mean, Ample doing such a great job. He weathered every attack Bisu sent at him. The attack here, the attack here, the attack, this attack here. He did get shoved away from this position, but he never got completely wiped out. He was able to pull back and regroup, and it worked out for him. And then, yeah, here, this is where he taps, because these siege tanks have access to this space, and this space, and this space from here. It's really not that far to send a couple tanks down here, start firing away on this nexus. This nexus is getting directly well. It looks like we're attacking another pylon for some reason. He's doing a better job focusing, and then this one's a ghost town. He sent all of the probes away from here. It's basically mined out anyway. Oh, yeah, there are... Actually, is that accurate? Oh, yeah, 20, 20, and 76 minerals on those. And then Ample just expanding up this right side like an absolute beast. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 6 bases. And Bisu's sitting here on what? 1 mining base, 2, 3, 4 bases. 4 mining bases versus like 4 mining bases. That's not going to do it against a Terran player, especially if this base is dead and this base is dead and this base is easy to kill from this position. And this base is also dead. There's nothing going on. This base is dead too. Bisu has no income at all. He's got 600 minerals, but not a lot of gas, and you're not going to do this without gas units. No Dragoons. Pfft, give me a break. And Ample takes it down. What a beautiful display of how to play TVP there from Ample. In a time on the channel when Terrans are struggling against Protoss, man. 170,000 points there from Bisu, 178,000 points from Ample. So Protoss fans are happy because they got that win against Speed in Game 1, and Terran fans are happy because of the Ample win against Bisu in Game 2. So I think everybody's happy here today. That's a rare thing. Sneaky Toopers are good that way. Out killing the Protoss 283 to 212. Structures raised to 12 to 2 on Ample. That makes a lot of sense. And did outspend the Terran player by a good chunk here, by like 13,000 resources in 22 minutes, which feels like it's enough. But again, it was the future. It wasn't the current situation that was bad for Bisu. It was the future of the situation where he's going to lose potentially 4 bases simultaneously, and he couldn't get his 9 o'clock base back up anyway. So that's 5 bases down pretty much at the same time. And that's just... It's impossible to come back from. If Ample was only on a couple bases, if he was only on 2, 3, 4 bases or something, sure, Bisu I think would keep fighting, but that was too much. It was too much Protoss. Yo. Fantastic. All right, that was good, and that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.